Welcome back to my pop culture blog. I'm Jordan Harris, and we're going to be reviewing Iron Man 2. And and most of all, this was not a good movie because the storyline was bad and the villain was terrible. But before we get into that, I'm giving a shout out to Disney Plus because they're bringing out a lot of updates, and it's including Marvel, where Falcon and the Winter Soldier series, including WandaVision and Loki, they're postponing the filming, but they're still going to do half a season for each of the three shows. And it's pretty hard for Falcon Winter Soldier because they've been struggling during the coronavirus and they couldn't have enough time of filming. WandaVision, they're done with their filming for season 1, but they need to do some retakes. Loki, on the other hand, I don't know, but I saw some set photos. But anyway, I hope Falcon Winter Soldier and WandaVision will come out this year, and for Loki, it will come out next year. So, fingers crossed. Anyway, for Iron Man 2, this movie is about an evil villain named Whiplash. And he's from all the way in Russia. And it's played by Mickey Rourke. If you don't know him, he's an actual wrestler from WrestleMania, also known as WWE. Plus, for Iron Man, we have him being congratulated and honored to be the new hero in the world, which makes him one of the interesting characters that gave out his identity to the world. And that is pretty crazy. But he released his own technology museum called the Stark Expo, the legacy of mostly of the technology that he made, but mostly about his father, Howard Stark. And he was a really good inventor and made his son Tony feel really proud. But anyway, we still have a lot to talk about this movie because this is going downhill. Because we later on have him in court, and we have a new face named Justin Hammer, and he is a genius just like Tony Stark. And then we have Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes, not played by Terrence Howard. Now it's played by Don Cheadle. And this is an interesting thing because my mom showed me this article about Don Cheadle as the new War Machine, and it said Terrence Howard didn't want to do the second Iron Man movie because he was just a supporting actor who would just get a minimum percent of money, and he didn't really get that much. But for Robert Downey Jr., since he's the main star of Iron Man, he gets more. But for Terrence Howard, he gets little, and that's why he didn't want to do the second one. But later on, Don Cheadle was at a meeting, and they said, we'll give you a few minutes or hours or days to see if you want to do this movie, and he did. So here's a little advice. If you want to be an actor, then make sure that you don't get angry when you don't get paid that much, because that's not what the point about being an actor. An actor is just showing your talent and showing how much you can give in the power of acting on a stage in Broadway or on a movie set. You could be any actor you want. So it doesn't matter, but still you'll get paid a little less as a supporting actor, but if you're the main attraction like Robert Downey Jr. is, then you get more money. And that's how we have Don Cheadle as War Machine. And also, throughout the movie, Justin Hammer is really angry because his technology of military bots were not working. And also, Tony Stark had to fight Whiplash at a car racing. And later on, we get to see him party and get drunk. And then we see Don Cheadle inside one of the Iron Man suits. Later on, he steals the suit. And then later on, we get to see Nick Fury, along with one of his agents, Natasha Romanoff, also known as the Black Widow. And this was her first debut in this movie. And also, we have Agent Coulson in this movie. And for Tony Stark, he is still having a hard time dealing with his secretary, Pepper Potts, because he made her into a different position in the business. Then we have War Machine in his actual outfit. But then the big problem was, for Whiplash, he was hacking into his suit. And I remembered where he was working along with Justin Hammer. They were having a deal. But then Whiplash double-crossed him, and he wanted to make his own robot army, hacking all of the military robots and making a lot of mass destruction. Then, for Iron Man, he had to save his best friend, Rhodey, which made Black Widow hack into the security system to make Rhodey not make his suit move on its own. Then they had to fight the robots, and then almost at the end, we get the final battle between Whiplash. And this is what happened. The way they had to fight Whiplash, it was hard because he had those electric whips. So what happened was Iron Man and War Machine put out their glove and used a ray beam that hit together and then blew up, just like they did at the party. Then Whiplash had a grenade which made a lot of destruction blow up. He saved Pepper, and Rhodey and him saved the day. And this shows how War Machine was born. But during the post-credit scene, we later go into New Mexico, and it shows Agent Coulson was calling someone, and I believe it was Nick Fury. And if you didn't see the post-credit scene, then don't watch this video. But if you have, then we can review it. So what happened was, I already said Agent Coulson was calling, I think, Nick Fury, and he said, we found him. And then we see Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. This shows how the next movie would be Thor. And this would take place in New Mexico. So anyway, this was not a good movie. And I heard some people like it, but mostly this movie was flat out bad. But actually, I guess I was happy for having Don Cheadle play War Machine. Later on in the movie, he'll still be War Machine, but still this movie wasn't good. But next Monday, I will be reviewing Thor. So that's Iron Man 2, I guess, because this movie was not good. And here's the most important thing. I just want to say thank you for watching my video, but mostly I want you guys to be safe and practice your social distancing, and also stay 6 feet. And it's really important to be happy. You can feel sad, but find some way that makes you happy. I'm happy when I'm doing this video and I'm sharing my love of the Marvel to you guys. who are comic book fans. So, just like I said, next Monday I'll be reviewing Thor. In the meantime, I hope you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you later. And comment down below, how do you feel about Don Cheadle playing as War Machine? Comment down with your thoughts, and I won't judge. I promise. And I'll see you later. Thank you.